I just ran into the library and slammed the door shut.
And of course the maid assumed that you had run outside. That's very clever.
The criminal mind, you know.
Jody.
Anyway, that's how I got back up to the attic, until the butler or the chauffeur or whoever he was found me.
Well, what I'd really like to know is why did you and Gavin decide to go to the Whitney mansion in the first place?
We, had our reasons.
Well, would you mind telling me what they are?
I'm not sure if I can tell you.
I think it would be better for both of you if you do.
No, look, I've got to talk to my sister alone, all right? Please, I will answer all of your questions. Just give me some time.
Okay, sure, I'll give you some time. I'll be back pretty soon. Jody, please, when I do come back, be here.
Where am I gonna go, Detective?
Well, I don't know. Where did you go last time?
Nicole, I don't know what to do. Maybe I should call Martine.
Martine? Jody, you don't know. Martine has left Monticello.
Left?
Yes.
Well, Nicole, I've got to talk to somebody, and it can't be the police. I need to talk to a lawyer.
Well, I have an idea. We have a very good friend who would qualify as both. How would you feel about talking to Mike Carr?
Completely honest with Mike. He's not only the district attorney, he's a good friend.
I know, and I will tell him everything, really.
Oh, Mike, hello.
Mike, thank you very much for coming. I know it's an imposition.
Nothing of the kind. I'm as anxious as you are to see this case resolved.
I'm not as anxious as Jody.
I'm glad to see you back safe and sound, Jody. But I must admit I would have preferred seeing you and Gavin both.
Well, I have to tell you something about Gavin, and about the night of the shooting.
I'm anxious to hear anything you can tell me.
Well, the important thing is that we can prove Gavin isn't the only one responsible for Gunther's death.
I'm not sure I know what you mean, Jody.
I mean, someone else is as equally responsible. Maybe even more so because they wanted Gunther to die.
That sounds like the accusation Sky Whitney made against me.
It's Skylar Whitney I'm talking about.
Jody, I'm sure you realize how serious that accusation is. I hope you have something to back it up.
Yes, I do, and I think I can. You just have to understand about the watch.
The watch?
Yes, I was there the night it happened also, and Gunther tried to come after me.
Yes, we know about that.
Well, he showed me this watch he had. It was an old pocket watch with a gold chain, and it had Sky's initials in it. And when you opened it up, it played a tune. I can hear the tune in my sleep. I know it so well.
But why did Gunther show you the watch?
I don't know. He was bragging about it, and he said that Sky gave it to him as a reward for his loyalty.
I still don't see the point.
The point is there was no pocket watch found on Gunther's body. Was there?
Not to my knowledge.
Mike, Gunther's last words to me were something about a watch. And you called me about that, didn't
Right,
you?
because we wanted to know if Martine was telling the truth.
Well, what did Martine tell you?
She told me that the day after the Whitney Dance Company opened, that she knew who had robbed the Whitney mansion.
Her husband, of course.
She said she saw the things that he took from the bedroom, and one of the things was the watch.
Mike, did the police have any idea what became of that watch?
They weren't aware it existed.
Well, if it did exist, then it must have gone somewhere, which means that somebody must have taken it off the body.
And you think that someone was Skylar Whitney?
Exactly. And that's why we went to the Whitney mansion, to get a better look at the watch, to make sure it was the same one. This way we can prove Sky was in the dance studio before the police were. He was the one that wanted Gunther dead, not Miles and not Gavin. Over the head. This way you'd be unconscious and you wouldn't be able to help Gunther.
Why would you think he did that?
Yeah, for the sake of a watch, Jody?
Well, it did belong to Sky. Maybe Gunther lied to me. Maybe he stole it from Skylar.
Miles, didn't Raven give Skylar an old watch for a wedding gift?
Yeah, I believe I heard something about that. Jody, did you actually see the watch when you were in the Whitney mansion?
Well, yeah, I did, but I didn't get a very good look at it.
But you're reasonably sure it was the same watch that Gunther showed you?
Well, yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. Look, I could play the tune for you. I know it very well.
Mike, if we could get our hands on that watch.
That's just what I was thinking.
Well, you can't just call up Schuyler Whitney and ask for it. If he thought that watch was going to incriminate him, he'd throw it in the river first. The fact that he hasn't means that he realizes that Jody doesn't suspect him.
Maybe there's some way we could trap him with it.
Yes, Miles. And I think I know exactly how to do it.
Spencer! Ladies?
Good morning, dear. It looks like the early bird ran out of worms this morning.
Well, Schuyler, you seem to be in a great hurry this morning.
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, I've got some rather unpleasant business to take care of, and the sooner I get it taken care of, the better.
Do you have to go to the dentist?
No. But I've got to close the theater temporarily. I'd probably prefer going to the dentist.
Morning. Shall I bring the car around, sir?
Yes, Spencer, I'll meet you right up front.
Well, why don't you at least have some coffee?
No, I'm not going to have time, Raven. I'm in a hurry.
Schuyler, I see you're wearing your wristwatch this morning. Have you grown tired of that old-fashioned timepiece?
Well, no, not at all, Geraldine.
Yes, you know, I've noticed that. You don't wear that pocket watch I gave you anymore.
Well, I don't always have a pocket for it.
You don't like it.
No,
That was my wedding present.
It is my favorite gift. It's just that I want to be very careful with it.
Seems to me the suit you're wearing is just right for the pocket watch. That is a pocket in the vest, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is.
That does it. You are not leaving this house until you get my present.
Raven, I'm in a terrible
I don't
hurry.
care. I'm going up with you to make sure you get it.
All right. Anything for peace in the family. Come on, let's get it over.
Hello?
Mike, it's Geraldine.
Yes, Geraldine. What's happening?
Well, I did what you asked me to, although I still don't know the reason why.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you haven't asked me why. How'd it go?
Well, it was simpler than I thought, really. Schuyler just went upstairs to get his pocket watch. I wish I knew why it mattered to you, or anyone for that matter.
In due time, Geraldine. Now, just one more favor, please. Do you have any idea of Schuyler's schedule for today? Do you know where he's going to be?
Well, I know where he'll be this morning, at the theater. He's closing it, unfortunately.
I see. Thanks, Geraldine. I appreciate your help very much. Goodbye.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Schuyler Whitney is wearing an antique watch this morning, and if it turns out to be the same timepiece we think it is, it may save Gavin Wiley a lot of time in prison.
Oh, here, would you grab that?
Well, I thought you broke it.
I didn't break it. What do you think, I'm a little kid or something?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Give me my briefcase. Bye. See you later.
Well, you sure do. Oh, that's nice. But I think when I go out there, they'll know I'm a fake. I bet they wouldn't. Who's on the front desk? Is it that old hatchet face? Miss Hawkhauser? No, she doesn't come on until 4 today. It's somebody you don't know. Oh, well, maybe I could fool her. Wait a minute. No, you wait here, darling. I'll be right back. Wait. Excuse me. Yes? I'd like the files on patient in room 211. Dr. Kavanaugh's patient. 211? Yes, that's the one.
Avery? No, I'm sorry. I can't release this, not to anyone but Dr. Kavanaugh.
Well, who do you think requested it, for heaven's sake?
But that is not the way that we do things around here. The doctor himself...
The doctor himself is in with the patient. It's an emergency. Now, do you want to take responsibility
But
for
it
this?
is my responsibility.
I'd like to know your name.
Very well. Here.
All right, how do I look?
You look fine.
Can you tell that I'm nervous? My heart is beating so
Would
fast.
you just take a doctor's word for it? You're okay. It's just a little bit of adrenaline pumping. It's perfectly natural.
Good morning, Miles.
Hi, Mike.
Ready to go, Jody?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Sorry
sorry about the rush, Jody, but we're meeting Chief Mallory at the theater in half an hour. I don't want to be late.
No, I understand. Is Sky going to be there?
That's the information we have.
What about the watch?
He has it with him.
Oh, boy, I am so nervous.
Don't be, Jody. Remember, we'll do all the talking.
I'll get that. Kavanaugh residence. One moment, please. He's right here. Dr. Kavanaugh, it's you.
Thanks, Nora. Hello,
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
Miss Avery?
Yes. I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I'm sitting here with my charts, and I need some help pronouncing a disease that's written here.
How did you get your chart?
Look, it doesn't matter. You know how hospitals are. They never tell the patient anything.
Miss Avery, Jinx.
Wait. Is this the rare disease that you said that I had? I mean, is this the one that you were talking about?
Yes.
Oh, so you were right, weren't you? Well, score 1 for Kavanaugh intuition. Only I gathered that the happy outcome that you were telling me about, the one that made the medical journal, well, it's even rarer than the disease. Most victims die, don't they?
Jinx, I'm coming right over.
Does a mouthwash have to taste medicine?
Okay, naturally I like your skating, laughing, talking. I have just a couple more. Oh, I know. Use the stool, and you fall back like she's catching you and you're falling, and get your leg up in the air so I can see the skate. Yeah. And you're just falling. Yeah, yeah. Good. Oh, that's it. That's great. Oh, thank you. Oh, no problem. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. Yeah, but I feel badly asking you to work on speculation. But listen, if I get any work out of these pictures, you will too. Great. I'll just stand here. Take care. We'll see you later. Okay. Valerie, hello. Hey, hi. I didn't know you were going to drop by. Oh, my goodness, this is charming. This is the first time you've ever... Yes, it is. Well, it needs painting. Well, yeah, here and there, but it really oh, my goodness, it has a lot of promise. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're busy, just tell me, and I'll come back later. No, this is a fine time. I just finished a session. Now I'm profit. It was for my sample book. But something tells me that you didn't come here to see my sample. Have you talked to Kelly? Yes, and he told me what happened. So our newspaper story finally got some results. Was he very upset? Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, he was, very much. Valerie, he doesn't believe that the man you met is Jim Diedrichson. I know that's what Kelly thinks. Well, what do you think? Well, I'm not sure what to think. He seems very sincere. But it is the face of a stranger. Well, has he offered you any proof that he is who he says he is? Well, no, except that he knows the whole story. Except for I know, Kelly thinks that anybody who wanted to pretend to be Jim could have just read the Monticello Star or the News. Well, he does have a point there. There's so many stories to be written about you and your bandaged war hero. And look at the results you got, After a month, all we had were cards from cranks and fortune hunters. And Kelly just wants to be... I want to be sure that this person isn't just another one of them. I want to be sure of the same thing, Nancy. So please, stop looking so worried. I don't intend to be naive about this. Kelly is being overprotective. And he doesn't like the idea of that man following you. Didn't he tell you the reason? Well, that the fellow is trying to decide whether to enter your life again, or, I mean, it does seem plausible. But it could be another reason. It could be that he followed me to get more information on me, to make his story more convincing. So you're not accepting him on face value? No, I have my doubts. I'll have to see him again before I can be sure. Okay, I feel much better. Oh, thank you. I just
just want to be sure that he's not pulling the wool over your eyes, that's all. Or should I say bandages? Bye.
Raven, the closing of the dance theater. It must be a traumatic experience for Skylar.
Didn't have much choice.
I suppose he doesn't. Still, it must be a blow to him. I hope you're being supportive of him.
Well, of course I am. I told him he's doing the right thing. Quite frankly, if the doors of the Whitney Theater closed down forever, it would be fine with me. I hate the place, and if I never walk in there again, I'll be delighted.
I didn't realize you felt so strongly.
Well, I do feel that way.
Still, do you think it's quite right not sharing your husband's interests?
Sky's interests are the same as mine. Me?
Well, Wilson Scenery is the name of the company that called. Now, I'm not sure whether they want to buy this stuff or whether they want to store it or not. If so, I don't want to pay the rent on it, so forget about it.
Is there anyone in particular I should speak to there, sir?
I don't know. Find out for yourself, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Now, these costumes are going to be a little more tricky because they're custom. Well, forget about that for the time being. Anybody here?
Someone's here, Mr. Whitney.
I'm not deaf, Spencer. Mr. Whitney. Well, well, this is quite a little delegation. What can I do for you, gentlemen and lady?
Well, I wonder if we could speak to you privately, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, look, if it's about having a theater party or something, maybe a police benefit, let me tell you.
That's not why we're here, Mr. Whitney.
Good. Because if you'd let me finish my statement, Mr. Carr, I would have told you that I'm temporarily closing my theater.
Yes, we know that. But there's something else we'd like to know, but it's of a confidential nature.
I'll wait in the car, sir.
Well, now, what's this all about? Or maybe I can guess. You're interested in having me forego formal charges against Jody for grand larceny, is that it?
I wasn't there to steal.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm willing to be lenient if Jody will tell us about the real criminal, where Gavin Wiley is.
You're quite anxious to see Gavin Wiley punished, aren't you?
Well, I would think that you would be too, Mr. Carr, since you are district attorney. The concept is known as justice. You familiar with that term?
Quite familiar.
You were very fond of your servant, Gunther, weren't you?
He was important to me, yes.
I don't understand. If that's true, then why did you contribute to his death?
Now, just what's that supposed to mean?
I understand that you prevented Gunther from receiving the medical attention that might have saved him.
That's insane. I did nothing of the kind. We all know who's responsible.
Now, wait a minute. I understand that you were the one that hit Dr. Kavanaugh over the head, rendering him unconscious and unable to aid Gunther.
Oh, now I understand why you wanted Spencer to leave. So there wouldn't be any witnesses for this slander.
Mr. Whitney, did Gunther Wagner own a pocket watch?
No, not that I know of.
He was carrying a watch the day he died?
Well, how should I know?
Well, I know it. Because Gunther showed it to me. He bragged about that watch.
But no such watch was found in Gunther's body. So obviously, it had been removed by someone in that studio before the police arrived.
Look, I know nothing at all about all of this nonsense.
Really? Well, you should. Because it was your watch. In fact, you still have it.
Absolutely refuse to discuss this ridiculous accusation. Obviously, it is just a lovesick girl trying to protect her little boyfriend.
Mr. Whitney, when the police first called you to come down and identify Gunther's body, was that the first time you'd been in Wiley's studio that day? It's a simple question.
It's a simple answer, Chief. Yes, of course it was the first time I was there.
So the police had already arrived, and Gunther had already been pronounced dead.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I understand. This isn't Jody's little fiction at all, is it? This is a story that was concocted by her brother-in-law, the eminent Dr. Kavanaugh, isn't it, Jody?
He did not.
Of course he did. He's still trying to deny that he was responsible for allowing Gunther to bleed to death. He's trying to find a scapegoat, and that's why this ridiculous story about this watch.
I saw the watch. It has initials inside it, Sky, your initials. And it plays a little tune when you open the case.
Does that description sound familiar, Mr. Whitney?
Yes, it does. I have such a watch. It was a wedding gift.
Oh, really? Gunther claims you gave it to him as a reward for loyalty.
No, Gunther never had my watch. He may have had a pocket watch, but he never had mine.
Is that the watch you're wearing right now?
Yes, it is.
May we see it, please?
What for?
We have no legal right to make you show us that watch.
Damn right you don't.
But if you have nothing to hide...
Oh, Jody, well, is this the reason that you and Gavin broke into my house, hmm? Is it because of this watch? Hey, I didn't give you that watch, Mr. Carr.
Thank you for being cooperative.
See that watch of Mr. Whitney's, Mike?